Hello and welcome back to episode 9 on All the Mods Free Remix. I'm Ortho, and today we're going to take a break from Mechanism and go back to tooling up our adventuring gear, because I think because I'm not wearing any armour and I keep having to run away from mobs and I don't actually have a sword yet. And while Matty has been doing pretty well with its 7.66 attack, that's not too bad. But I've got some plans ahead, which I'm going to need some obsidian. And my poor Pikachu has a mining level of diamond, which isn't enough to mine obsidian. So, I have plans. First things first, I'm actually going to need a stone shovel head and a stone axe head. Let us run out. Well, actually, I'm also going to need 2 aluminium brass ingots. Oh no, it's raining. Sont terrible. So, figured out what I'm doing by now, I'm sure. I'm going to make some casts, because I'm going to upgrade Matty and I'm also going to upgrade Pikachu. So while that's melting down, I'm going to grab some steel, because steel is a nice easy. And I'm going to need 6, because I'm going to make a pickaxe head, and so that's going to take 2. And I'm also going to make a shovel head and an axe head to upgrade the mattock. And that will take the other 4. So, yep, that's melted. Let's pour out these 2 casts and melt down our steel. And we're also going to need our pickaxe head cast. I think for now I'm going to leave the iron binding on this pick. I could probably find something a little bit more useful, but the iron will be good for now. It's quite useful to have the magnetic property, and I don't have the other material that I might want to make it even better. I mean, the perfect thing would be to have a pink slime, but that's a little ways off yet. I haven't found. I'd need to get into some industrial foregoing to get pink slime, and that takes a little while. And I think there we go. Pickaxe head and get rid of the cast. Let's get in out of that rain. In fact, yeah, I'm just going to sleep, so then it'll stop raining. So first thing I need to do is repair my pick. And then I can replace the head with the steel one. And you can see now the mining level is obsidian. So it's a bit better. My mattock, I'm going to replace both parts of the head with steel. And that's actually going to increase the attack damage even more. But I'm actually going to nerf its attack damage a bit, because I'm going to make a sword to replace it. So this is just going to become a mattock. And the wooden tool rod gives it self-repair. So for our sword, we're still going to need the tool rod handle. That's fine. And I quite like the broadsword, so I'm going to go for a wide guard. And no, that's a knife blade pattern. I always get that one wrong. Oh yes, and the sword blade pattern. It really is up to personal preference on this. The broadsword is basically the one that's most like a vanilla sword, and I'm going to want again a stone sword blade, and I'm probably going to want a stone guard as well, because that's another thing I'm going to want to make out of metal. So I'll just grab a couple more bits of steel And I think this time I'll have a bronze guard. While I'm here, I'm also going to pick up some lapis. And the aluminium brass, of course. Right, so I pour out my 2 casts. And then, because bronze is on the bottom, so I'm going to make the guard first. And then... Oh. So I made a mistake there. Of course, the guard only needed 1 ingot, so I've gone and poured a single ingot into here. There's 2 things I could do. I could extract that 1 ingot out of here very carefully and put it back into the smeltery and cast it out to an ingot cast, or I could just break this and put it back down and put that in and do that and lose the ingot. Obviously you can tell which one I chose to do because I'm a terrible person, but now just need 1 bit of wood, 2 bits of wood, I've got 2 sticks. And we can make a broadsword. Oh, now I need to think of a name for my sword. I do quite like Game of Thrones, so I'm going to call it Oathkeeper. After the sword that Jaime Lannister gives to Brienne of Tarth. Oh yes, I picked up some lapis earlier, and the reason for that is that I want to put it onto my pick. Oh no. And even if you just have 1 lapis on a pick, it will, it's going to just put it on. And I'm actually going to put, I want to save myself about 5 and put all of the rest on. And basically, even though it doesn't give you a full luck modifier until you get up to 60, now that it's on there, anytime I mine with it, it'll have a chance to add another bit. So I should have done that when I first picked up the lapis, but I kind of forgot. Especially because I wanted to do it on camera, so I didn't do it straight away. And then when I was recording, I completely forgot to do it. So, but it's done now. And that's all good. So I've got a nice set of tools. Next thing I want to do is get some armour. But I've been looking at what sort of armour to get. And one of the things, and the thing I want to actually make the core of my armour from, is actually a mekanism material that I need another mekanism machine for. So back to mekanism. And the machine I need to make is called an osmium compressor. And that's made just like this. So I need a couple of buckets, some advanced circuits, and some enriched alloy. Advanced circuits and enriched alloy, pretty easy. So I need 8 enriched alloy. Let's see how many we have. 4. So 4 more bits of iron. And our metallurgic infuser, which I really ought to move, is just over here. And let's just cook up those 4. And 2 circuits. So I need 2 bits of osmium. And of course, the 4 steel. Do we have any steel left? Yes. And of course, the 4 steel for our trusty steel casing. Oh, and 1 more piece of osmium. And there we have it, 1 osmium compressor. So let's just put that down over here. And we will need some more osmium. Goes in the bottom, and then we'll need the item we want to compress. Now, it gets a little bit fun with what we want, because what I actually want to make the armour out of, and well, let's look it up in the Tinker's Construct Armory Addendum, which is where we go for the Tinker's Armour, which is what I intend to make. And the material I want is refined obsidian, which is not the easiest thing to make, but if you see here, it gives us massive durability and defense bonuses, which is one of which really is rather a lot higher than most of the materials you can get. I think, well, a good thing to compare against, so the defense is 61.88. If we compare it against iron, it's a fairly high tier, not silly, that has a defense of 15. So 68, pretty good, or 60. So 60 something was pretty good. I already forgot what it was, but. So we need to make refined obsidian. How do we make it? It's made in the osmium compressor from refined obsidian dust. That's made in the metallurgic infuser from pulverized obsidian and diamond. So pulverized obsidian, we just make in the enrichment chamber from obsidian. That is why I needed to upgrade my pick to something that can mine obsidian. So let's go find some obsidian. And you notice, yes, I will, as much as it will pain me to do so, need to use diamonds to do this. But that is simply what progress costs. It is an incredibly powerful material. Okay, so here I am, and I've just picked a lava pool at random, really. I'm just going to pour this bucket of water into it. And I'm going to keep doing it until we just have a pool of obsidian. And I kind of hope that the whole pool was only 1 block deep, because that would make my life a lot easier. So, all I need to do now is very slowly mine a whole lot of obsidian. And I think that makes this a pretty good place to end the video, as I get my first piece of obsidian, and next time, hopefully, I can get this armour built, and maybe we can go off adventuring. So, goodbye. Oh, and just before I go, we learn that no, this lava pool isn't only 1 block deep. But that's fine. I can still mine around it. And in fact, what I can do is just keep filling it in as I go. So I know that under these ones will be lava. But if I'm fairly careful if I just stand here, then I'll still be able to pick up the block of obsidian before it falls in the lava. But I won't fall in myself. And I can just boom, boom. Do that. Easy peasy. All right. Bye.